This is part 2, picking up where I left off from the last video is my retwist. I told y'all it took a day and a half and the video was literally an hour long after editing, so I had to make a part 2 because it was just too long. I am completely soaked and I actually had another shirt that I was using to dry my hair because everything was just soaking wet, and I do not like just sitting around or just being in wet clothes. It just I can't function like that. It was bothering me. But I went ahead and did half of my head already because of how long it actually took. And I was not going to do the whole thing for you guys. That is a lot. So I just did half of my head already, and I'm going to show you guys bits and pieces of how I actually retwist my hair on the other side. So I'm getting ready to start in a bit, but my clothes are soaked. So just a second. Let me change. That's better. I didn't even know I actually put on another blue shirt, but these are just extra shirts I had lying around that I really don't care too much for anyway. So now I'm just getting everything together so I have everything in front of me and I can move faster. So now when I get ready to start my hair, I'm huffing because it just sounds like a lot and I haven't even started yet. But I start at the bottom, of course, like everybody normally does. And I do one side first just because, I don't know, I just feel like it's starting to become easier to do half of my head already rather than having all of it. It just feels like I'm doing less. It just, to me, the time even goes by faster because normally it'll take 6 or 7 hours, and doing it like this, it only took 4 to 5 hours, I think. So I don't tie it too tight, the pieces that I'm trying to get out the way, only because with my hair still wet, I don't want to condense my locks or do anything that's going to shrink the size of them. Because as they start to harden and become full form locks, it whatever shape they're in is what shape they're going to stay in, unless you really like comb them out or pick them back out and redo them. So I start at the bottom. I'm parting with a rat tail comb. Only parting with a rat tail comb. That's it. That's the only purpose I keep a rat tail comb. And I usually use a double mirror because I don't have anything else. So I hold a mirror, turn around, face the mirror, and that's how I do my parting. And that's probably why it takes so long. My mixture is just oil, different oils, and that's all I'm using to retwist. And the reason I actually part this way is because it's easiest for me to get my parts clean. And those that know me know that I love clean parts. Like my hair is very symmetrical the way I parted it for my locks because I wanted it to look a certain way. So I had to start them a certain way. So I just made sure that my parting was the way I liked it, the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell the original parting if it's grown out too much or gets too curly. But for the most part, my hair will still have sections where I can see where it was supposed to be. So that's just some water. I think it still has some oil in there from before. And I'm spraying on my hair in case it starts drying at the roots too quickly. And what I just did right there was using I think it was my baby hairs brush that I used to have, and it has like a little comb on the end. I comb down the hair to where the new part, not the new part, where the lock starts, so I can twist all of the new growth so that it's smooth. But I don't like combing like I'm actually combing my hair. It's just to gather the hair together. And then I twist it. So that whole side of my hair that's being twisted right now, that side, I actually twist to the right. The side that's already twisted, I twist to the left. The reason being is that's how my curl pattern is. And if I go against that, when I started my locks, I did 2-strand twists. And if I go against my curl pattern, my hair would have been all over the place and it wouldn't have stayed twisted for my locks to even form. So I was like, you know what? I know how my hair grows. I'm just going to twist in that direction so that it'll be easier for me. And some people were like, well, how do you even know once it becomes a lock? How do you even know which way to retwist? straight down the middle. One side goes to left, one side goes to right. It's a couple that go the opposite way, maybe like two, I think. So literally like a couple, but for the most part, it's pretty easy if you know your hair and how it grows. And then also my curls at the end, whichever way they're curling, that's it tells the direction. So that makes it easy. Now some of them are kind of curling all kinds of ways, but like I said, I still know my hair, so it makes it easier. Y'all see how it took like, I don't know who's counting and paying attention, but I think it took like 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes just to do one after I parted it. So if I have 71 locks, divide that in half because that's what I'm doing, and taking 3 to 5 minutes. That's a good amount of time. And then I was checking too because if I didn't like how it looked after I retwisted it. Y'all know me. I gotta retwist it again. Not again as in do my whole head over, but again, like I have to do that one over before moving forward. I never settled on any of my hairstyles, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna settle on my locks. I need to be happy with it. And then I clip them. So oh, it's just tiring just looking at it because I remember my arms is hurting, my legs is hurting, and I only did two right here. Like, see how much I still have so much more to go, you guys, and I only did two, but it was worth it. It was worth it. I have a lot of new growth. You'll see if you watch the video or if you skip to the end, you'll see the photos I put up of how much my hair has grown, and it's actually on my back now. Below, it's like an inch or two on my back currently, so it's actually pretty quick in the growth process. I didn't think it was gonna go that quick, or it's growing pretty quickly in the growth process. So here I'm getting started in the next row. You can actually see how much new growth I have. I think it's about an inch, maybe. And it's funny because even after I wash it, you can see like I really do have like a little mini a TWA under these locks because you can't see my scalp at all. This one was a little bit harder to part because it was kind of growing with the other pieces where the curliness got out of control a little bit. But for the most part, because my hair, when it grows into, it's still curly, it doesn't take much and it's not difficult to make the parts clean if they start to grow with another part. And I never really had to rip my hair. I think I did once, and that's because my hair grew out of control. I think it grew like 2 inches that month that I was retwisting, and I was like, okay, I have to at least, do something so I don't have to have this problem again. But this is the gel that I'm using, and it smells so good too, but it has coconut and vitamin E. So I looked up the ingredients and it's literally that's what's in it. So I chose to try that one instead of my Shine and Jam because of what's in it, and it has less ingredients in it. And I'm only gonna do the gel on my edges just because it's harder to stay twisted in the front because that's where my hair is most curly, and my locks don't stay together while they're locking and growing out. So that's the only time I'm gonna use it. But for the rest of my hair, I transitioned and stopped using the Shine and Jam, and I'm only using oil and water. Now that I'm done, look at that part. You see how fresh it is? This is what I'm talking about, clean parts. Whenever I do, even when I was a loose natural, if you've seen some of my previous videos or older videos, when I did a style, I made sure my parts were clean. Now, sometimes I didn't care, and that depends on the type of style I'm doing, but for the most part, it's clean. My eyes were actually starting to hurt right there because I didn't feel like grabbing the mirror and turning around. I think eventually I did, but I'm just like, no, I can still see. I can see, and I don't want to I just want to get done. I don't want to do all the extra stuff, but I'm like, Chelsea, you are straining your eyes trying to see. And the only reason why I clip it is because once I part it, I still have little hairs that are curly, and they will start to um, go over to the other side very easily. And after all that work I just did in parting, I don't got time to be going back and redoing it. Okay, you guys, so when I said I was going to use the gel again, this piece right here in the front that I'm parting out right now is the one that you're going to really be able to see how effective this gel works. Look at that. Just laying down. In my mind, I know I'm just like, it works. Because I got a full bottle of Shine and Jam. Bottle and a half, actually, because I didn't know I had an extra one. Maybe I was just... I think it's because I had bought one thinking I ran out, but I already had one saved. So I have an extra one. But I was ready to use it if this did not work. I'm just double checking to make sure that kind of matches the other one. I'm doing this because I don't like my edges to be just oh so tight where, it looks like I'm pulling the hair. But also, somebody had asked me a while back when I used to do my edges like this, and they said, why am I brushing the hair on my forehead? And I told them, I said, I'm not. My hair actually grows right there. Like, it really does grow right there. I have pictures, and even when I was younger, and a baby, I just have a lot of hair right there. And it seems like it's growing on my forehead, but if I were to try to brush it back, um, I've tried to push it back one time before, and it kind of hurt because it's like I'm forcing it to go somewhere it's not. And when I go to sleep or throughout the day, it just gets curly all over again. So once again, I'm checking on the other side to make sure it's symmetrical with the other side. I look so focused. Usually I am though. Whenever I'm doing my hair, I used to tell my family, like when I used to live at home, like when I'm doing my hair, please don't talk to me. I am so focused. I don't want to mess up. I'm close to finishing. This is how the back looks, and this is why I do my hair the way, like the method that I use is because I like the consistency with the size of my locks throughout the back. Like it just looks very uniform. Yes, look at that. Almost done. Mm, 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 mm. I got 2 rows left. All right, let's fast forward because this is about to take a minute. And you guys already seen how I did a few of them. Okay, and I am on the last one. Oh, I'm so excited. It does not show my face at all because I'm just like, get done, get done, get done. And then I'm about to clip it. And you can see how clean I did my hair. Not playing no games. Whew. The feeling when you can finally finish and relax. Because I can't sit because then I won't be able to see. So all these hours later and I can finally take a break. The 2 little ones in the front finally getting longer and growing out from when I had to separate it because it was in my face too much. Now if one stretch they come below, like they come to my nose, like the end of my nose, I think. Here's what my hair looks like with the clips in. It's a little bit longer than if I actually stretch it, but you can see the color a bit too. Wish it was outside because then you can really see what the color looks like and the tips, because it just looks darker here. Like this is not doing it justice at all. But if you follow me on my Instagram at @naturalc, you'll see other pictures that I posted where you can see my color a little bit better, especially when I'm in the sun. So in a nutshell, this is basically how I retwist my hair. I did the shorter, quick version for you guys, even though it took me a gazillion years for real, because that's what it felt like. If you guys want to see other hair videos and other tutorials, just comment down below or email me. And thanks for watching.